Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. Last week we did this video where we used for the first time in DCS the ADM-160 MALD, that's miniature air launched decoys, against a Russian SAM system. You guys said use it again but in a mass tactical scenario. So today I give you a scenario we've done before several times, the attack on the Russian Black Sea Fleet. We've attacked it with 100, sorry if you can't read this, it's a bit small, but 128 LRASM anti-ship missiles fired by F-35s. We've then done it again, but using SEAD anti-radiation missiles, the AGM-88 Gulf ARGM-ER. And then we did it with Rapid Dragon, two C-17s full of 90 LRASMs. Today we're coming at it again with the C-17s, with the 90 LRASMs, but we're adding in the miniature air-launched decoys to see how much easier it would make the attack. So today we'll be launching a total of 90 LRASMs from C-17s, but pre-bombarding the target with 128 ADM-160 MALDs, the decoys. The whole idea is that the decoys should hopefully clear out the hostile air defense, the SAMs, ground and naval SAMs, and allow better access for the anti-ship missiles. The only problem last time we ran this without the decoys is that most of the anti-ship missiles were shot down by surface-to-air weapons. This time, many more should get through. So this is my idea of how we could use the MALDs in a mass scenario and look at how effective it is. It's a big scenario and we need to spend 10 to 15 minutes going through all the details for it to make sense. So, as an overview, USA get two C-17s with Rapid Dragon anti-ship, 24 F-15Es as escort. I should say all aircraft have new flight models that I've been programming in the background, and we'll go into more detail about that in a future video, but they are all now more realistic. 8 F-15Es as decoys. That's going to be very interesting today. 2 AWACS, 8 F-22s, although it's actually going to be less now, and we'll talk about why in a bit. Total, it's actually going to be about 40 aircraft. And of interest, 90 LRASMs, 128 MALDs. Russia, 2 big S-400 SAM sites, 36 Su-35 AI, 4 Su-57 AI, 1 A-50 AWACS, and 47 ships. That's a total of 41 aircraft, 47 ships, and 2 SAMs. So let's look at the Russians first. Just coming out of Sebastopol now, on their way to Odessa, is the Black Sea Fleet, as it was about 8 months ago anyway. It may have very much changed and ships may have been hit or sunk by now. 47, it's a mixture of mainly Admiral Gorshkovs, modern frigates, very powerful vessels. Also we've got Karakurt corvettes. These are CH mods that it's done, which is great. We've also got old Grecias, which are actually in there. We've got Rapusha landing vessels, which are actually in there, and a selection of other vessels. I've been through it in 3 other videos now, so I won't go through it, but it's there. SAMs, 2 S-400 SAM sites, more or less where they are in real life. I've set them up as the largest S-400 batteries that they do, with Tel A's and Tel B's. So lots of S-400 missiles involved today with a huge range. In fact, I've shown their rough range rings in red here and here. Range is about 160 miles. Note also, and this is very important to my guys, you will be flying Raptors today, low visibility or stealth aircraft. I've given you some range rings for detection of the S-400 to your stealth at about 40 miles, shown by the yellow. So whatever happens as a Raptor, don't go in the yellow area, please. Stay outside of that. AWACS up here, and lots of air defense fighters. From Sevastopol, we'll be taking off 16 Su-35s. From Crimea North, we'll be taking off 16 Su-35s. From Crimea East will be 4 Su-57 Felons, all taking off at an average of 1 for every 30 seconds. 4 are already airborne. All of them will be set the same max skill level, fire at the maximum range of the missiles, which is how the GR missiles are designed to be used, and RTB once they are out of fuel and or missiles. The loadout of the Su-35s, 8 R-77-1s and 4 modernised Archers, and the Felons have much more modern R-77Ms with better range, and R-74s. And that is the Russian defence. It's a very good defence and a very hard nut to crack. And on to the Americans. We're doing a pincer, an attack from the north, and a very similar attack from the south. Heart of the attack is, of course, the C-17s. Here's a C-17, here's a C-17. They start about 300 miles out. They can only fire their Rapid Dragon LRASMs once they reach this dotted line, which is, from memory, 180, I think, miles away from the fleet. So today is all about protecting the C-17s. Nothing else matters. I don't mind if Raptors get shot down. I don't mind if F-15s get shot down, but we can't have the C-17 shot down, okay? So make sure we protect them, and I will be helping GCI if necessary. Once they get here, they will drop their pallets and their LRASMs will just materialize and attack the fleet, 90 of them. And on to what's special today. The 8 F-15Es, one flight north, one flight south. This is going to be interesting. We've armed them up with 16 MALDs each. Could the real aircraft carry that? Almost certainly not. In fact, just the virtual plane, I'm struggling to get it to carry this. But I thought, as we're doing proof of concept here, why don't we go crazy and just show what could sort of be possible in the sim. They're going to fly in and do what decoys do. Be decoys. Drain SAMs, upset fighters, upset ship radars, and so on. Next, we have the defense for the C-17s. We have 24 AI F-15Es, a large complement of AIM-120D1s, and a couple of AIM-9Xs, guys. 12 up in the north, 12 down in the south, AWACS here, and then on to my humans. Now, this scenario, like I said, we've run 3 times before, and we always usually get a very big turnout of humans, at least 12 humans. Today is very short, I don't really know why, but we've only got 4. Say hello, Brandon, Fly, Squirrel, and Strider.
Hi, everyone.
Hello. Hello. Guten Tag.
That's a major problem for me, viewers, because it means we haven't actually got enough humans to win this mission. If I just ran it, as we've got here, we will lose, and the C-17s will get shot down. So I will allow you guys to respawn, which I don't usually allow. That will help you represent at least 8 people. Like I said, it's designed for more than that. Worst case scenario, I'll have to jump in an aeroplane and help out. So that's the thing. I'll have half of you up north and half of you down south. You guys are in Raptors, low visibility. You can only be shot at about 20 miles. So use that feature of your aircraft. You each have 6 AIM-120D1s and a couple of Sidewinders, guys. There are some shortcomings we've seen of the GR missiles that you will be firing today. So it's very important you don't overstretch the missiles. Ask too much of them. Don't fire them above about Mach 1.4-ish. If you go Mach 2 and fire them, they will go funny. They'll go too fast and they actually won't be able to turn up in the thin air and they will be lost. Also, don't fire them too high. So I'm setting you a ceiling today of 40,000 feet and for firing about Mach 1.4. All of that is actually very slow for a Raptor, but we've got to work in the limits of what we can actually do in game at the moment, okay? And that's it, guys. I've absolutely not tried this before, and today is all about the decoys, really. Draining the Black Sea fleet, which has hundreds, maybe 1,000 modern surface air missiles in that fleet. How well or much easier do you think this is going to be made by the decoys, or do you think they're going to have very little effect?
Well, I think it's going to be better than nothing, obviously, having decoys, but the effectiveness of them, have to find out.
The amount of missiles launched per decoy, I think, will really matter.
Yeah, the most important thing is that the S-400 side will be picking up those missiles. I think that will be a big difference.
Brandon's just come on to the main thing here today. Why has it been so difficult? And this has always been a challenge. This has never been a walkover, this mission. Why is it so difficult? It's because the Russian fighters insist on fighting within their S-400 SAM ring. S-400, at least in game, is a very good system. And it means the US planes can't fight because they're constantly getting shot at by S-400 at 150 miles and bombarded by Su-35s. It means the death rate of the US guys is always absolutely terrible, as you know it would be with anyone operating 4th gen inside a SAM ring. Now, what if these decoys tie up the S-400s? Would that be a huge change in dynamic or free the US fighters to fight a lot better? So that's a great comment picked up on there. And in future battles, that's a great thing we can do to tie up those SAMs.
On the same par with the other guys.
Welcome into the sim, guys. I am worried because we've only got 4 humans and we do rely on our humans. But we also have the decoys. I don't know, 3, 2, 1, go. Let's see what happens, I think. Right, we've got time, so let's have a look around. Let's have a quick look at my humans. Say hello, humans!
Guten Tag.
I should warn you, viewers. I've not managed to get the dedicated server to work today, so I'm hosting this on my tiny little PC, and there's a very good chance it's not going to work very well, so I apologise for that, but that's life, I'm afraid. Here are the mud hens with the enormous array of mouths. It does beg the question how many they could actually carry. But in fact, look, they have to have their afterburners on constantly just to glide at 500 knots ground speed. That's how draggy they are. We've got today's Globe Masters, each carrying 90 LRASMs. Lots of you keep asking me to show the animation when the pallets fall out the back. And I don't show that because it doesn't exist, viewers. It's all done by Lewis scripting in the background. The missile will just suddenly appear. Whoa, oh, things are happening. Right. That was quick. These decoys are going out already.
That's a lot of missiles.
That's a lot of missiles going out, viewers. If you look at the scoreboard at the top right. Fired too many. We're supposed to fire 128. We fired 136. Don't know how that happened, viewers. I can already see my computer starting to struggle, so...
Oh, the good old taxpayer money.
That sounds like a lot of money, $43 million, and it is, and believe me, I would like that right now. But in terms of firing 136 modern missiles, they're cheap. And that's the idea of these decoys. They're cheap. You can throw them away. It will drain more money's worth of SAMs from the Russians. And the Russians have to fire at these things. They can't not fire at them. Now, in real life, if you saw them all clumped up like this, you would obviously know they were decoys and you wouldn't fire at them. I'm fighting against AI here today, and AI will fire at them because it's stupid. It doesn't understand the difference. So I can get away with this. If I was fighting a human, red, I would have to space them out. Let's look at some F-15Es. Like I was saying, I've redone the flight model for the F-15E and the Su-35. I'm going to highlight that in a different video where it becomes more apparent now. But everything should be much more realistic now with the correct engine powers and stuff like that.
Okay, I have another new question.
Yes.
Isn't this new missile or decoy basically next generation tools?
You're exactly right. Modern generation tools. The tools weren't powered, were they? They were
They were gliding.
Yeah, these are powered, so these will go 400, well, about 600 miles, I believe. So tactically much more useful than a Tailed. Because the Tailed doesn't have any use against the modern S-400 that can go twice or 3 times the range.
Yeah, but we like to use them in our core games, yeah.
Yes, that's right. Yeah, that's really useful in core game against older variants of the SAMs. The Su-35 has started taking off now, viewers. They just spawn in above the runways because the runways aren't actually there, but they will spawn in at 30, let me get this right, every 30 seconds, which in a scramble situation, presumably, is about right. And why don't we go and have a look at the fleet here? 47 vessels modelled in today. Most of them the correct type, some of them aren't. And if you want to know a bit more about the Black Sea Fleet, I've done proper rundowns of them, vessel for vessel, in the previous videos, but I wanted to expedite this one.
Cap, bad news, I've just dropped out of the sky. My F-22 is not working.
You can GCI them. Now this is a real problem, viewers. We're now down to 3 F-22s, so I'm awfully non-confident this is not going to work, but we're going to do our best. Let's have a look at what next. The S-400s. Lots of you are saying, why don't they operate very well in real life? And I don't know the answer to that, but the main reason probably is that they're scared to turn their radars on a lot of the time because of shooting their own friends down and because of getting shot by anti-radiation missiles from Ukraine. You don't really have to blow an S-400 up. You've just got to have the threat of having anti-radiation missiles in the air, and it will never turn its radar on. So, right, distance between fronts. Of course, stealth, and that's all modelled in our GR versions. So the baddies will see the stealths here at about 20 miles, and we'll only be able to fire them there. Maybe a touch more in perfect conditions. We will see them at, I don't know, loads, 100 miles or something.
Okay, I'm in a strange situation here. For the first time, I need to reduce my speed to fire my Fox 3.
In case you didn't listen to the briefing, viewers, we're having some problems with the AIM-120Ds in DCS in that they're missing. They're missing because we're firing them out of parameter. We're firing them too fast, which sounds stupid, and it is stupid in real life. We have limits of what we can do on these missiles, and if we fire them too fast, the SAMs are being fired, Growlers are out. Right, what are they going for? They're not going for the stealth because they can't see the stealth.
Fly, be cautious. I'm getting a lock warning.
Yeah, me too.
I think they're not going
Fox
for you.
3 and turn away.
AIM-120Ds out. They will guide on data link exclusively, so they do not need to hide that them with an radar. The S-400 is going absolutely ape, and I can tell you that they are going for the decoys. That's great, viewers. Look at that. Feel free to waste all of your missiles, Mr. S-400 driver.
Okay, I do an aggressive notch just to be sure.
Also, look at the money it's costing them. It's already 33 million in growlers. That's a nice lot of Russia rubles burnt up.
Imagine how scary it would look on their radar, because they see 136 planes coming towards them, so they fire everything.
They do. Again, reiterate, viewers, that in real life, if I was fighting a human, I would spread these out to make them look like a realistic attack. I don't have to, and it's a lot of work to do that. I just let the AI fire at them.
Imagine the SAM operator thinks like the whole freaking US Air Force come his way. And yes, I know 136 are not even a slight portion of US Air Force, but get the point.
Right, AIM-120D is going out from the F-15s now, who are at a range of 72 miles. They outrange. It's a bit of a weird standoff. The AIM-120D outranges the R-77-1 that you see here, but the R-77-1 outmaneuvers the AIM-120D, so it's a very different way of doing it. Higher maneuverability missile versus a less maneuverable missile. Let's see if... Yes, it caught. Now, we've just seen an ideal example of when it goes wrong. Fly's missile did the classic thing of going up too high and not having enough air to turn. You see that, viewers? It happens sometimes, and we've not found a solution. Only happens with humans, not with AI-fired missiles. Towers going down now. It will get very jerky, I'm afraid, viewers, because I'm hosting this, so I'm doing all the calculations for it. Nothing to do with that until we get the server back.
Can Strider be reminded of missile limits, speed, and altitude?
I'd say 40,000 feet, Mark 1.4. Even that, the first one missed. I don't know, is the answer. There's not trying to miss there.
Strider 44 miles from you now.
Alright, I already got a missile and I'm going cold.
First plane about to be shot down, and it is a SU-35. Pang! Oh, that went right by him. Did you see that, viewers? It went right by him, like a little nugget face. Right, and here come the Americans. How are they going to fare? This adder will maneuver like a biatch smack. 1v1, one-on-one. Oh no, and this guy's getting chased. Look forward to showing you how we've changed the F-15s, viewers. Very good escape. Missiles being slung at each other. Right, 2 Su-35s down, 2 F-15s down. These planes are pretty equally matched, an F-15 and a Su-35. Bang! 5
Brandon Squirrel 170, 31 miles from you now.
F-15s are now winning. 6 Su-35s down, 3 F-15s down. Why is the rate so much better this time round? It's because the F-15s are not getting hampered by the S-400s. The S-400s have all been shot at these guys here. Last time, the S-400, if you remember, viewers, the S-400s were smashing these F-15s out of the sky. That's the difference it makes from operating in an aggressive SAMnet.
Oh, I see so many missile trails behind me.
Brandon Squirrel, you are clean now. You could turn 190, 30 miles. It's turn cold from fly.
First wave of Russian shot. Oh, the massive battle down the south, viewers. I didn't even know this was happening. Strider's right at the front. Right, here we go. So there's 2 fronts we've got to try and keep an eye on, Viewington Wilmingtons. As well, look, that draining itself, other S-400 is draining itself as well.
Oh! Missile gone pitbull on me. Oh, boy.
Oh, well. Oh, trouble.
Flash 1.
Where's Fly? Where's Fly? Are you dead, Fly?
Yes, I just did.
You can get another one because of the reasons we explained at the beginning. Unfortunately, he was the wrong place, wrong time, viewers. I don't think that missile was even shot at that still. It turned his radar on when it happened to be near and it locked into him. It's just...
Yeah, I was on the way back home behind the F-15s. So I think it was
just,
actually for an F-15.
It's a danger of a contested airspace or a congested airspace. 9 Su-35. What we've seen so far, viewers, is already the kill ratios is favouring the Americans. When last time it massively favoured the Russians, viewers. The other SAM has chosen to drain itself. These are the medium range missiles. Each S-400 has, I think, 4 types of missile. Low range, which is actually an S-350. This, a slightly big one, and a really big one.
Brandon Squirrel, just be aware, you're 23 miles now from the no-go zone. You have got 3 Su-35s, 153, 35 miles. They are now just turning on to you.
I'm turning cold.
I can see visually missiles out on the flanker south side.
Roger, that group of 3, 106, 27 miles from you, dropping from 30,000 feet to now 25,000 feet. One has turned cold, nearest guy to you.
Yeah, I see Felons on the radar.
Massive battle, viewers. Huge battle.
Strider, amazing job so far. Incredible.
Where is he? Wow, he's just pacing the guys. Yep, 2 confirmed kills from Strider. Although, a thing. And he notches a friggin' missile. Nice. And he's out of there. It's good play, viewers.
3 on a Felon.
Oh, Felons are in. These guys, they're Russia's 5th gen fighters, viewers. Over the last few months, we've been trying to model these as best as we can. Every month we come back and we make a new version. Each time we're getting a little closer to the real Felon, and we're pretty happy. We're getting relatively close now. They're not full stealth. They're, I don't know, half stealth. They can be seen at about 50 miles by an AESA radar, maybe even a bit closer.
Fly Squirrel, can you head 121, 116 nautical miles? Brandon is in trouble. He's down to 2 F-15s in support.
Right, yeah, north is going to be the weak link by the sound of it. Watch this Felon go down.
Yeah, I'm on my way.
Stratus responding.
So far, SU-17, SU... Oh, nice. Felon kill.
Next one.
17 Su-35s down, 1 Felon down, 3 F-15Es down, and 1 F-22 down. That's a pretty good ratio, guys. Probably what I would expect in real life, you know, more or less. Second Felon down. Good shot.
Brandon Squirrel, how many weapons have you got left?
120D.
Yeah,
Copy that. You are 26 miles from the no-go zone, and or the last Felon is 170 for 47.
Is Strider down?
No, I respawned.
respawn?
I used my missiles.
Roger. Yep, you got it. I did allow that, viewers. As we said at the beginning, the short-range missiles are going out now. These are the S-350 variants coming out from the S-400 with a range of whatever they have, 60, 70 miles. Pretty good missiles by all accounts.
Fly Squirrel, Su-57 North has turned hot onto you now. 128, 93 miles, Angels 34.
Yeah. The Felon is jamming, so I can't get a good look.
Keep your distance, I rush in.
Things happening, the fleet's firing, viewers. This is what today was all about. It's going to get really jerky, guys, and I hope it doesn't freeze up, but the entire of the Black Sea fleet is now firing its missiles on the decoys, and maybe 182 missiles in the air. Yeah, that's exactly right, because those missiles can't be replaced, viewers. They are... God, I've forgotten what they are now. I've forgotten what they are. CH made
Brandon Squirrel, can you come 230? You're getting a little close to the threat rings, and that Su-57 is hot on flying. He's about to exit your no-go zone.
I think they're actually S-350 missiles as well. They're a slightly different variant of the S-350 missile, viewers, that are fired by those ships. Those Gorshkovs. I'm a bit rusty on them now. 182 SAMs trained, and look at the cost. Oh no, we can't look at the cost because that's the cost of the aeroplanes as well, so you have to ignore the cost. But you can make some rough assumptions in your head how much 182 SAMs costs. Right,
Brandon Squirrel, Su-57 has left his SAM cover now. He is 233, 28 nautical miles.
I'm braking, and Fox 3.
Well done, boys. Chew that friggin' that Felon up. Oh, you didn't say well.
I can Fox to him.
Fox 3 on his nose.
I'll save my 120D, my last.
That's it. All S-350s from the fleet, of which there was at least 100, now gone forever, viewers. Sucked up in that. Brilliant stuff. Right. Wow, this Felon is smashing. He's gone rogue. He's gone Ivan. He's smashing F-15s down. He's even firing at this guy. Uh-oh. They're exchanging AIM-9X and RS-74.
Brandon, there's one right behind you.
You found a super Felon. Get him.
Felon is still active.
Fleming.
Brandon, he's 7 miles from you now. On your 7 o'clock, you are turning head on to him.
Brilliant little dogfight at the end here, viewers. Brandon versus Su-57. Where is he? Where is he?
Su-35 down flight. You are clear for 61 miles now before your next threat.
Roger. I try to help Brandon. Quick.
I think I'll get him.
Supersonic merge and Fly's coming in to help as well. The south is struggling, but Strider's on his second life coming in now, and here come, viewers, the LRASMs.
Yeah, Stride Squirrel, 050, 126 nautical miles. That is an Su-57 Felon. The Su-35s have gone way back into their Santa.
GCI for Brendan, can I get a heading?
He's on your nose, Brendan. He's on your nose.
He is on your nose, Brandon.
Get him, get him, get him, get him.
He's right on the deck.
Suck it, knobhead. And the boys, all Felons down. Oof.
Fly, Brandon Squirrel, your only threat now is way within his own SAM ring, so could you head 225? That will skirt you alongside the SAM threat ring, and the Su-35 should come out to attempt intercept. Like, just be aware, 10 miles you will enter danger zone.
Fox 3.
All S-400 fully used up. That's nice. And they can reload, viewers, but they take at least half an hour. Oh no, this guy's out of... There's only one active fighter in the south. Oops, there's only one active fighter in the south. Oh, and he's out of fuel and weapons. Luckily, a couple of Raptors are coming.
Our bingo fuel from the look of it.
Roger. We have, according to the scoreboard, 90 anti-ship missiles in the air. 90 of these. It's great when it works, viewers.
Strider Squirrel 060, 86 miles. You have one. Angels, he is diving rapidly. Angels 11, one up at 36 still. Looks like he's vectoring to you. Looks like the Su-57 is going home, either weapons or fuel.
Last F-15 is about to go down. Great killing from the Americans at this time, viewers. They actually outkilled the Russians, which hasn't happened yet on one of these scenarios in the Russian area.
I think I'm right now killing the last in the north.
This crazy Ivan guy, viewers.
He's really defending. Gotcha.
Good
Okay, like if you can head 220, just prevent yourself going into the threat ring.
Yeah.
This guy's freaking invincible.
My missile's going in.
Oh, nice, nice. Strider on friggin' form. Oh, didn't work. Yeah.
Fly Squirrel.
He went directly down and notched it.
40 mile ferry on that bearing, and then you'll be able to turn back in.
Now the Hermes are being used, viewers. These are Panzer, essentially, yeah, pretty much Panzer missiles, naval Panzer missiles, close range within, I don't know, 10 miles. But they're now shooting from the Karakurt. Let's see if I can get a view of them. It's these guys here. And they are also very much... They just recharged. You see, his arms were up in the air because he was recharging. So he fired all 8 and he's recharging. These can rearm pretty quickly. Don't know how it works, but it shows they're getting desperate.
Yeah, basically they're pushing from down into the launch rails.
Every missile we drain is one less LRASM get to get shot down, the pretty much above the fleet right now, and they've got no missiles.
I'm surfing the dead ring.
Strider Squirrel, your nearest threat is 03534 miles. He has turned hot on you. Angels, while he's up at Angels 48. Although, cancel. 0932 miles. That Su-35 has, 12 miles, has turned back hot to you. Fly Squirrel, you have garnered the attention of 3 of the Northern Su-35s now, so that is just giving Strider a bit of a break. Your nearest one, unfortunately, is 10450 miles, Angels 41, but you are still right on the engagement.
I'm just getting in range right now. It's like 30 degrees off my nose, but I get him locked.
Well, 5, you can do 099. He is 44 miles, so good BK. If you can just quickly point your nose in, try and get out before you enter the ring.
Fox 3.
Missiles having
Fox
some
3.
problems tracking. Strider's passing over the LRASMs now. Isn't that cool, viewers? Oh, there he is. Fly is reinforcing from the rear. If nothing else, Strider's just going to run those suckers out of fuel. Fuel is all modelled today, and it's pretty realistic, viewers, as well, so it's a thing. Oh, look at that. Failed one.
Fox 3.
Look how long made it.
Brandon Squirrel, 064, 78 miles. Nearest bandit is 71 miles. They are in a clump of 4, and there is one breaking off south.
Come on, get him. Oh, shit.
Fly Squirrel, off your 084, 37 nautical miles, Angels 56, he is turning back hot onto you.
Go on, Fly's missile. Go on, Fly's missile.
I'm actually decelerating before I fire.
Yeah, it's weird, I know. Good kill.
Thank you.
Can you dodge the adder?
Fly Squirrel,
taking a vertical.
36 miles, Su-35 turn hot onto you, Angels 44.
Well done, Fly. Brandon's relieving Strider. That's good work, guys.
Strider Squirrel, all the boys are now chasing Brandon. Your nearest threat 056, 26 miles, Angels 26.
Brandon Fox 3 times 4.
Nice work. That should be nice. Nothing else is going to turn them cold and get them defensive.
Never have I ever used my air brake in a BVR fight.
Right?
Yeah. Had the same feeling.
Ladies and gentlemen, GR fights. Right, let's give me one down. Smack.
Yeah, that one on 50,000, I gave him a gift.
There's one still south of need.
076, 31 miles, Angels 44. Still a threat. Yeah, I see it. Couldn't see it because it was on it.
SU-33s are light on fuel and they're dodging incredibly well.
Strider Squirrel 063, 26 miles, Angels 17, hot on you. Brandon, you are okay for now. Nearest two bandits have turned cold, evading. Nearest threat for you 068, which is the same bearing as the two aircraft currently dodging, 49 miles.
I shot 4, only hit 1. Wow.
Yeah, I know. It's a thing, guys. SU-57's just going over the fleet.
Strider Squirrel,
Quick
you run
question, Cap.
Chester.
A9X, same restrictions as for the Emirates?
No, they're core game. Use them however you want.
I'm waiting for a chance to turn around.
Strider Squirrel, he's 30 nautical miles away,
Fox 2.
066, Angels 41.
They chop out their fly. Look at that. Look at that. That's fly. Where he earns the big bucks, viewers. Smashing an adder down.
Brandon, can you shoot at that one south?
Holy shit, that was close.
Why our missiles not tracking today? I don't know why it is. They're core game missiles, so they should work.
Strider Squirrel, if you're comfortable turning back on hot, 078 for 31. He has paid attention to Brandon now and is vectoring hot on Brandon Squirrel on the nose, 18 miles, 333 bearing, Angels 42.
Good dodge, fly. He's made it into a merge, fly less than 5 miles.
Fox 2.
Go on, fly. Go on, fly. Everyone wants to see this hit. Literally everyone in the world flares out and dodged it. That's a dog. That's a guns dog fight. Oh, things are just hotting up, viewers. Bang! Archer in the face. Fair play, Mr. Russian.
Not saw that one coming.
Yeah, you're out now, fly. You watch. Brandon's got his own freaking problems as well. His missiles don't slow down as well as they would in real life, viewers. It's kind of a workaround we've had to do to get them to do the ranges that we need them to do to simulate what the real missile can do. It makes them very hard to evade.
Hey, I can tell you, DCS is a horror game when you see in Fox 2 coming through the clouds towards you.
You know it's too late to barrel roll and flare. Mm-hmm. Too late to reach for the ejection handle.
It's even too late to reach to your countermeasures button.
Loads of missiles getting dodged today. I don't know, all just failing. Don't know why it is, viewers.
Strider Squirrel, that is a miss. 056, 17 miles, dropping down, Angels 30.
Fox 3 again.
Right, come on, just die now. You guys getting stupid.
Missile out from that flanker.
Yeah, I think he feels it. Die. Just die. Oh, God, Lord. Oh, required.
Ah!
Hit.
Strider Squirrel, 056, 28 miles, Angels 32 and a half. There is a missile tracking on him.
Well done, Brandon, for surviving about 20 adders. You're doing it. You're smashing them, guys. It's not easy, even with Raptors, but it's because your missiles are
Strider
so crap.
Squirrel's still a threat.
I'm still wondering why my missiles were... Nearly all my MRAPs not were tracking,
Yeah,
and I was starting to fire them under Mark 1.
Same with all the
That's
other humans.
Maybe is it once you reached over Mark 1.6?
I would love to know.
Brandon Squirrel.
Because I zoomed in with Mark 2 to be on the front back here.
Oh, Cap, the LRASMs are getting really close.
Oh, sugar. Right. There's still some Hermes. There's still some Panzer. Word. There's still some Panzers being shot, but look. These would be half dead by now. 7 miles. Guys, you might as well... I'd eject if I were you and just watch the fireworks. We won't get to see this again.
Okay. See all that stuff.
Now, what
It's
are these that are being
beautiful.
fired? These are the Shorad from the Gorshkov's viewers. They are from the Kashtans. They're these little things. Do you see them? They're Shorad extra things. These are good frigates, you know. Don't mess around. They're really good frigates. But almost nothing. Look, bear in mind, hundreds of missiles were coming out last time, and now, oof, right. I'll somehow watch
Oh,
this.
they really trying?
I'm just gonna zoom out and try and watch it. Bang, smash.
Bang, bang.
Bang. Almost, I'd say 95% got through, viewers. Smashing the first ranks of
Oh, I never noticed before that the Gorshkov Shore Seaworth has double miniguns.
Yeah, they're mental. Right. 5 Kazatanovs down, that's Gorshkov. 6 Karakurts down, 7 Karakurts down. 4 Grishas down. It's just smashed them to pieces, guys.
Yeah, now the kills
5
coming in.
5 Grishas down, and almost none of the ATAs. Now, in real life, every single vessel here will be wiped out, but our deconfliction, our target selection on our GR missiles just aren't good enough. There's only so much access we get to them, so that most of them will hit ships that have already been hit. But as proof of concept, they've almost had no resistance. There are now 8 Grishas down, 8 Karakurts down, 5 Gorshkovs down, and it's going to see if anything is left. One more LRASM going in. It's going for A.
Oh, support vessel.
Yep. That's Grisha. We told them to attack the program to attack the combat ship. So it's basically taken, I would say, almost every combat ship out of the 47. But you see, the combat ships are all at the front echelon, and then it's all the supply ships, Raposhas, and
6 Raposhas and 4 Molino.
Yeah, they're rear support ships, but they're not relevant to what we need. We wanted to take the air defense down so that they can now go in with drones and laser guided bombs, which they now can. So
and 1 Gishka in the north.
Roger, at a cost of $7 billion out of interest. Viewers, you can see the stats up there. If you can't, I'll read it out for you. Reds have fired 8T R77-1s, 3 R74s, 258 SAMs of various flavours at a huge cost. They've lost 23 shops, basically all of their combat air capable firing ships. They've lost all of their SU-35s, bar 1. 35 down, all of their Felons, bar 1. Why were they so vulnerable? The S-400 was tied up. Blue losses, hang on, 24 F-15s, 2 Raptors, pretty good. Blue weapons, 163 AMRAAMs fired, most of which friggin' missed, but there you go. 6 Sidewinders fired, 90 LRASMs fired, 136. Decoys fired at a cost of approximately $3.5 billion. As a summary, guys, and I've learned this for the first time, those decoys are brilliant. They cost almost nothing, 34 million. That's not even half of one of these planes. They first drained the SAMs of the Black Sea Fleet, almost every SAM, not all, but almost every SAM, allowing the anti-ship missiles to get through completely unimpinged. They also, very importantly, tied up the S-400s, which therefore couldn't shoot the F-15Es down, which allowed the air war to go it was much less relaxing, even though there was only a few people to help this time. Because the F-15s were doing their job, could do their job, they won't get shot by the S-400s. I think that's a brilliant concept, went better than I thought it would, of how decoys can be used in a modern battle. You guys?
Pretty much see how damn effective the confusion of the SAMs is, or tying up the SAM is. Like how important.
Not the main part of the battle, but I think it's definitely noteworthy just how well the guys did. Between, 3, 4 of them. 1 in 4 AMRAAM hit, only 2 F-22s down. And yeah, I think the guys did an amazing job. Not many deaths at all.
Alright guys, I found that actually really good. These WarGames are getting really, really good and useful viewers. I hope you enjoyed that, and we will see you later.